Good morning, it's Teacher Merrill. I'm outside on this beautiful day and I got excited to read a story to you guys today. And I was reading through it by myself, and in the back there was a note from the author, the person who wrote the book. And they said that they really hoped that people would take this book and bring it outside and read it in a tent or by a flashlight at nighttime. And I thought, I have a tent. I could read this book to children inside a tent. So I'm gonna have you guys wait right here. I'm gonna set up the tent and then we'll do a story time. Okay, are you ready? Okay. All right, the tent's all set up. I'm gonna go get some blankets, maybe a pillow, and the book I was talking about, and I'll meet you inside. All right, we're in the tent, nice and cozy, and the book I'm gonna read to you today is called You Are Stardust by Ellen Kelsey, and the artwork is by So-Yeon Kim. And before we start, I wanted to show you some very cool things about the illustrations. You might be able to tell by looking at this that this is a photograph. Somebody took a picture of this because the artwork is not just drawings, it's sculptures. And on the inside of the cover, it shows us all the beautiful dioramas. That's the name for this kind of sculpture that this woman, So-Yeon Kim, made. And we'll be seeing all of these different sculptures inside our story. So she used paper and string and wool and all kinds of things to build little scenes of animals and people, and that's the art for our story. I love this book because not only is it a beautiful story with beautiful artwork, but it's also written by a scientist, and so we get to learn things in this book too. All right, are you ready? Let's start. You are stardust. You are stardust. Every tiny atom in your body came from a star that exploded long before you were born. You started life as a single cell, and so did all other creatures on planet Earth. Like fish deep in the ocean, you called saltwater home. You swam inside the salty sea of your mother's womb. Salt still flows through your veins, your sweat, and your tears. The sea within you is as salty as the ocean. The water swirling inside your glass once filled the puddles where dinosaurs drank. From ocean to sky to land and back again, the same water has been quenching thirsts for millions of years. You learn to speak the same way baby birds learn to sing, by chatting with your parents. Ma, 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 tweet, tweet, tweet. Be still. Listen. Like you, the earth breathes. Your breath is alive with the promise of flowers. Each time you blow a kiss, you spread pollen that might grow to be a new plant. Inside your brain, electricity stronger than lightning powers your every thought. You sneeze with the force of a tornado. Wind rockets from your nose quicker than a cheetah can sprint. You grow at night when your bones are resting, just like the sheep you count to help you sleep. You may sprout even taller in the spring and summer, just like the plants in your garden. Your hair falls like autumn leaves. You tend to shed the most hair in early autumn and save your thickest growth for the heart of winter. Your body constantly changes. New cells line your stomach every 3 days. You'll replace your skin 100 times by the time you turn 10. Just as forests grow new trees in place of old ones, you grow entirely new skeletons throughout your life. If you were a planet, you'd be a lot like the Earth. Rainforests on land and algae in the oceans are the Earth's lungs. From your head to your toes, inside and out, billions of teeny microorganisms live on planet U. You know how it feels to be a good friend, and so do other animals. Bats and sperm whales get their friends to babysit. Elephants remain best buddies for life. You, me, birds flying through the rainforest. We are all connected. We are all nature. We are all stardust. And right here is the note from the author that I mentioned before. And she says, "One of my favorite things about writing books for kids is imagining where those books will end up. I hope this one gets covered with grass stains, carted outside to be read in a tree or in a tent, just like we did. I wrote this book as a celebration, one to honor the extraordinary ways in which all of us simply are nature. Every example in this book is backed by science. Every day, for instance, you breathe in more than 1 million pollen grains, the same ones that bees are gathering from flowers. The big ones get caught in the mucus or hairs in your nose and are sent flying out with a great achoo. Tinier ones might travel down your throat and eventually get pooped out, but a lucky few float back out when you exhale. Tonight, just before bed, blow a kiss to the world. Marvel at the infinite connections between your heart and the rest of the planet. Dream of flowers unfurling from the pollen in your breath. Happy reading from Ellen." And that is our story for today. Thank you for joining me for a special story time inside a tent in the backyard. I hope you have an excellent day.